Hey, what do YouTube? This is your boy Dieakas, and I'm here to bring you my review of Hell in a Cell 2016. Overall, I thought it was a pretty solid show. There were some outcomes I didn't like, but then again, boom, what's new about that shit? Let's go ahead and start with the pre-show. Oh yeah, before I begin, I want y'all to know one thing. I really do not like Airborne. And possibly my ending score is going to suffer because of that. Because that Breaking Out of Hell song, ugh. Anyway, music preferences aside, let's go with the pre-show. Lindsay Dorado, Sin Cara, and Cedric Alexander versus Davari, Drew Gulak, and Tony Nese. The Faces win. I think it was a really good pace match. There was lots of high spots. I think they had like a triple dive through the rope, and each team got their spots in. So it was overall a really solid, good match to get the crowd into it. That was followed by a New Day segment, and let's go to the main card now. First match was Rusev versus Roman for the United States Championship, contested in Hell in a Cell. It was an interesting match. Samoa Jesus wins via the spear off the steel steps. Pretty unique offense was used. There was a chain which Roman was beat with. Rusev also put the accolade using the chain on Roman on top of the steel steps, which should have made him tapped out. But Samoan Jesus gotta carry his sins, or carry his cross, and fight through the pain. He died for all our pins and shit. And Roman gets the win via the spear. And I must add, both men did take a lot of punishment. It wasn't just Roman getting owned. It was Rusev got the crap kicked out of him too. Next match was Dana Brooke versus Bayley. Bayley wins after the belly, or whatever the hell she calls it. Dana Brooke did pretty good. She targeted the injured shoulder or hand or whatever it was, but Bayley did manage to pull off the win with a belly to belly. Mick Foley. Next is a Mick Foley, Stephanie McMahon, and Chris Jericho vignette. I think Mick Foley gets added to the list for a third time. I think he held the record for that. So, congrats to Mick. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson win via called the Magic Killer on Enzo. Enzo and Colin cut a pretty good promo. They made a lot of Boston sport references, and it was really funny. But G&A do get the win. Next match is KO versus Seth Rollins. And contested in Hell in a Cell for the WWE Universal Championship. It's another great match. There's a couple good spots. I think Seth Rollins does nail a power bomb out to the outside of the ring through two tables on Kevin Owens. That was really screwed up. I think how did the finish go? Well, Chris Jericho did insert himself into the match at one point, which was pretty funny. I think what had happened? Kevin Owens sprayed the referee with a fire extinguisher, and they had to switch referees out. And here comes Chris Jericho just marching his way in, and he locks the door behind him. Pretty funny. And how did this match end? Oh yeah. I think Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens set up two chairs, and Seth went right through them. And that's how KO wins. After the match, I think Chris Jericho gets the last laugh by hitting a code breaker just for the fuck of it. Just because he can. So, I wonder what that sets up. And no Triple H in sight, so For everybody thinking that Triple H should return tonight, nah, maybe not tonight. Next match is Brian Kendrick versus TJP for the Cruiserweight Championship. This is one of the results I did not agree with. I definitely didn't agree with this result. But Brian Kendrick does get the win via the captain's hook after he feigns an injury, which is like the oldest fucking trick in the book. Alright, Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships. At one point, I did think Cesaro and Sheamus were going to pull it off because I think Cesaro just hit the swing and locked in the sharpshooter on Xavier Woods. Sheamus beat the crap out of Big E with a trombone. What else had happened? Then Kofi hit him with a Trouble in Paradise, and that's what caused the disqualification. So, New Day look like they're going to Survivor Series as tag team champions. So, final match is the main event, the real main event. Charlotte versus Sasha for the WWE Raw's Women's Championship. Oh my god, this fucking match. Oh. This match was nuts. Before the match even began, it's our shenanigans. Charlotte blindsides the shit out of Sasha. And just beats the crap out of her. The cage, the cell almost fucking crushed her. If they didn't stop the cage, it probably would have crushed her. And that would have been pretty bad. Pretty much Sasha gets put through a damn table. Through the announce table. Think of the Spanish announce table, which should be recommended for the Hall of Fame of 2016. She gets put through the Spanish announce table via powerbomb. And pretty much for a few minutes I'm thinking, well, this match is pretty much over. They get the stretcher out. The announcer's about to make the decision. Sasha just, after maybe 5 or 6 minutes, after the wind's been taken out the crowd or whatever, Sasha fights her way back in, and they have a match. And it was a hell of a match. Tables were used. Chairs were used. These women went at it. Hey, oh my god, it was great. But in the end, I think what caused it, Charlotte threw Sasha into the table twice, which did not break because Sasha's is a featherweight or whatever. Then she hits natural selection for the win. So overall, I must give Hell in a Cell 2016 a solid 7.45. Yep, it gets a 7.45 from your boy Dieakas. Alright, well, I guess that's it. We'll see you for Real Wrestling in the next upcoming days, and peace.